Hello everyone and welcome to my AEW / New Japan Forbidden Door predictions, which really does not have that much of a New Japan feel to it at all. Unlike the previous two, this one is very much feels like an AEW pay-per-view with a tiny bit of New Japan people. It's mainly an AEW pay-per-view this year, which is a shame because this is normally the big super card where we get, the two companies to really put some dream matches together, and it doesn't feel like that for this year. But with that still being said, we're still going to predict it. There is still some matches on here that do look really good, so let's get into it. So, kicking us off, let's go with MJF versus Hechizero. This is a match that does not need to be on the card one bit and is very clearly, how do we get MJF on this card? Because he has not mentioned Hechizero at all since they announced this. It doesn't need to be here and really shouldn't. It's just a way to get MJF on the card. So I'm going to go with MJF to win this match. We then have, I think the next one we'll go with is the Elite face the Acclaimed and Tanahashi, the president of New Japan himself, in a trios match. I have the Elite getting the victory here. They're gonna be... Oh wait, you know what? Looking back on this, no, I'm gonna change my pick to the Acclaimed and Tanahashi because the Elite will win the title match when it happens. So giving the Acclaimed another victory here in something that at the end of the day isn't going to mean much, that does make more sense. So I'm going to have the Acclaimed and Tanahashi get the victory here in this 6-man match. We then have Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and a mystery partner versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. Brian Keith, his kayfabe, had his arm broken, so he will not be partnering with his fellow friends there. So we're gonna have a new partner. I have no idea who it's gonna be. I'm gonna pick the Learning Tree to win to keep their momentum going. Yes, it would hurt Joe, Hook, and Shibata and all the stuff they've built up, but I think to keep the Jericho Learning Tree gimmick train going, he needs to keep winning. So I'm gonna pick Jericho, Bill, and their mystery partner, whoever that may be. We are then going to go with Mercedes Mone versus Stephanie Vaquer in a winner-take-all match for both the TBS title and the New Japan Strong Women's title. We're going to combine them both. It's easily going to be Mercedes Mone. There's no way she's losing this belt, and there's no way they're going to combine the AEW TBS title and just get rid of it. There's no way it's happening. So Mercedes Mone is winning. We then have Toni Storm versus Mina Shirikawa for the Women's Championship, the AEW Women's Championship. I am going to go with, obviously, Toni Storm to win. Mina Shirikawa is not going to win. Will Mariah May finally choose a side, or will she still be conflicted? I do not know. But I would imagine Mina's probably going to go... I mean, I'd be fine if Mina stuck around after, but... once this pay-per-view is over, a lot of these New Japan guys are just going to go away, and I'm assuming Mina might be one of them. So, will Mariah firmly pick a side with Toni? Maybe. Who knows? Next up, we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. I'm going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. This match was just put together. This is one of those dream matches that I expect Forbidden Door to do, and... there hasn't been too much into it, but I don't really need much for this one. This is just Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr. Kind of writes itself. But I'm going to have Zack Sabre Jr. win this match. We have Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi in a first-round match for the Owen Hart tournament. Bryan Danielson is going to win this. He's going to move on. And we're going to get Bryan Danielson versus Pac. And that's going to be sweet. Then we have, I think we're almost done here. We have ladder match for the vacant TNT Championship. We have Konosuke Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe versus Jack Perry versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush versus one more person who hasn't been decided. Thanks, AEW. Love it when you don't give me the full match card. I'm going to go Jack Perry. It's Jack Perry. We all know it's going to be Jack Perry. I initially thought they were just going to, again, just hand it over to Jack Perry, but they wanted to put a bit of a swerve with that one and make him do this ladder match instead. It's going to be Jack Perry because it's for the Elite storyline. It works with that storyline, and it's the natural progression. It's Jack Perry. And we then have Jon Moxley defending the IWGP World Championship against Tetsuya Naito, the former champion. Now, this match, I don't know. It can go both ways. You know, I can very much see New Japan putting the belt back on Naito, but they took it off him for a reason. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Jon Moxley retaining, but I wouldn't be shocked if Naito wins the belt back. And then we have Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay for the AEW Championship. I have Swerve Strickland. He is going to hold this belt till at least Wembley. Of course, it was said before that Will and Swerve was going to happen at Wembley, and we're all like, oh, okay. Swerve wins the belt, holds it till Wembley, drops it to Will. Will wins it there. He wins the world title at Wembley. But it looks like we're going in an alternate direction. Looks like Will's pivoting more to something with MJF, and who knows what Swerve's going to do. We're going to have to find out with the Owen Hart Cup. So I have Swerve winning and retaining, beating Will Ospreay. I mean, I preferred if Will won the belt, but looks like we're doing something else there. And plus, Will's still international champion, so at least he still has that. If he loses this, he's not going to come out empty-handed. He's still international champion. He's doing a thing with MJF. It's Swerve we got to keep an eye out on. And Swerve's been kind of going back to being more of a heel in this program than he is in the other ones. Because for Christian, he was very much a tweener. Now he's back to being a bit more of a heel. And that is my predictions for AEW / New Japan Forbidden Door. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.